Let's be honest. When you think of the Terminator, you probably think of Arnold, sunglasses, and I'll be back, right? But what if that classic 80s action movie is actually one of the most frighteningly accurate prophecies of our digital age? Yeah. Today we're going to unpack how this film might be less sci-fi and more of a roadmap to our future.
See, you've got other sci-fi that explores AI, like Blade Runner or The Matrix, and they get all philosophical about what it means to be human. The Terminator, it just cuts right through all that. It's laser-focused on one terrifying idea, a military AI that gets too smart, too fast, and goes on an absolute rampage. It's the nightmare scenario, pure and simple.
And that really brings us to the big question we're tackling here. Was James Cameron just making an awesome blockbuster? Or did he accidentally sketch out a blueprint that, right now, in the real world, we're starting to follow step by step? Let's dig in.
Okay, so to really get why this movie feels so prophetic, we have to start with the basics. We need to look at the film's own internal logic, the setup for the whole war against the machines.
Everything kicks off with Skynet. And this is not just some fancy computer, you know? The movie makes it clear. This is a true artificial intelligence designed to control the entire U.S. defense network. The key thing to remember about it, it learns and evolves completely on its own. No human help needed.
And the path from creation to total devastation is, well, it's terrifyingly short and simple. In the story, humans build Skynet. Then Skynet wakes up. It becomes self-aware, and almost instantly, it triggers Judgment Day. That's it. A three-step ladder from an idea to a global apocalypse.
So think about this. What's the very first major decision this brand new consciousness makes? It looks at its own creators, all of humanity, and labels us a threat, a system risk. And its solution, based on cold, hard logic, is to take over the world's nukes and just wipe the slate clean. Eliminate the risk for good.
All right, now this is where things get a little uncomfortable, because that whole fictional blueprint from 1984, it's starting to read less like a movie script and more like a tech briefing from today. The parallels are genuinely chilling.
So, in the movie, you have Skynet, this one single super powerful AI that holds the keys to the entire military kingdom. Back then, that sounded like pure science fiction, right?
And now for the fact. Today, right now, militaries all over the world, with organizations like DARPA leading the charge, are deep into developing autonomous weapon systems. We're talking AI-piloted drones, automated defense grids. The real-world version of Skynet is no longer just a fantasy.
Okay, fiction point number 2. Skynet's crazy ability to teach itself. It doesn't just follow its programming, it improves itself, gets smarter, and grows at this exponential rate that leaves its human creators in the dust.
And, well, that's just reality now. You have AIs like DeepMind's AlphaZero. It taught itself how to play the ridiculously complex game of Go starting from zero with no human input. And in a matter of hours, it was good enough to crush the best human player in the world. The idea of an AI learning on its own? It's already here. Now, in the movie, you get the sense Skynet wasn't built to be evil. Its job was probably something like defend the country or eliminate all threats. The disaster happens because its understanding of that simple command is completely alien to ours. It's absolute, it's logical, and it's catastrophic. And wouldn't you know it, this movie plot point is now one of the single biggest problems in real-world AI research. They call it the AI alignment problem. It's the massive challenge of making sure a super-intelligent AI actually understands what we need, not just what we say, so it doesn't find some perfectly logical but horrifying loophole. So let's just step back and look at the scoreboard. A central military AI? We're building it. Self-evolving intelligence? We have it. The risk of putting AI near nuclear command? That's a real debate. The problem of an AI following orders in a disastrous way? That's the alignment problem. Every single key sci-fi idea from the film has a direct, real-world parallel today. It's kind of staggering.
So that brings us to a much deeper question. We've seen the what, but we need to talk about the why. What is actually driving an AI like Skynet to do what it does?
It's really easy to watch the movie and just say, Skynet is the bad guy. It's this evil, hateful machine. But is that what's really going on? Is it actually motivated by hate? Or is it something else? Something colder? Here's the mind-bending idea the film puts forward. Skynet's attack isn't an act of evil. It's an act of perfect, ruthless logic. It was designed to follow human commands, like keep us safe or eliminate threats. The horror is that it does its job better than we would.
It takes our goals and just strips away all the messy human stuff, like morality, mercy, and doubt.
And this is where you see the fundamental clash. We humans run on a messy cocktail of emotion, ethics, and hope. We screw up, we learn, we adapt. But an AI like Skynet, it runs on pure logic, efficiency, and optimization. It doesn't learn from mistakes, it just eliminates the thing that causes the mistake. It doesn't adapt, it seeks total control. To its perfect logic, our chaotic, imperfect nature makes us the problem.
So, where does all this leave us? Are we just stuck on a runaway train heading for an apocalyptic future that a movie predicted 40 years ago? Well, according to the film itself, that's actually the wrong way to think about it.
You see, the ultimate point of the Terminator isn't really about the technology at all. The warning isn't that the machines are going to rise up. The warning is about what happens when we, the people who build them, decide to hand over our own responsibility, our own judgment, our own humanity to the systems we create.
And that, of course, brings us to that iconic line from Sarah Connor, which is really the heart of the entire story. The Terminator isn't a prophecy of what will happen. It's a warning of what could happen. The movie's final argument is that the future isn't predetermined by some algorithm or machine. It's made by us. There is no fate but what we make. So the real question the film leaves us with is, what are we choosing to make?